Not all tests are equal. A unit test runs in a millisecond and almost never lies to you. A full end-to-end test can take seconds, need a database and a browser, and break the moment anything moves. So a healthy test suite isn't a random pile of tests. It has a shape. We call that shape the testing pyramid, and it answers one question. How much of each kind of test should you actually write? Let me show you the shape, and then we'll build it in a real service. 3 tiers. At the base, unit tests. They check one piece of logic in isolation, no database, no network, so they run in milliseconds. You write a lot of these, they're your fast feedback. In the middle, integration tests. They wire real pieces together, a real database, a real HTTP request. Fewer of them, because they're slower and need more setup. And at the very top, manual and exploratory testing. A human clicking through, hunting for the surprising thing a script would never think to check. The slowest and most expensive, so you do the least of it. Here's the rule of the pyramid. The lower the tier, the more tests you write, because they're faster, cheaper, and far more stable. Push your testing down. Why this shape? 3 reasons. 1. The lower the tier, the more tests you write, because they're fast, cheap, and stable, so you can run them on every save without thinking about it. 2. The higher you go, the slower and more brittle each test gets, so you keep those few and deliberate. And 3. The warning. Flip the pyramid upside down. A handful of unit tests under a mountain of slow, manual, end-to-end ones, and you get what people call the ice cream cone. It's slow, it's flaky, and it's miserable to maintain. The pyramid keeps your feedback fast and your suite grounded. So how do you build this pyramid in practice? You give each tier a home. I'll make it concrete with a Trellis service, but the idea works in any well-structured codebase. Your domain, the pure business rules, gets unit tests with no infrastructure at all. Your application logic gets unit tests too, running its handlers over fake dependencies. Even your API can be a unit test exercised in memory, end to end, but inside the process. Those 3 are your broad, fast base. And the layer that talks to the real database gets integration tests. The middle tier, kept separate so you can run them only when you want the slower, real thing. Here's the base in action, a real test run. On your own machine, you run the whole pyramid, every tier, including the slower integration tests. 131 tests, all green, in seconds. But you don't want the slow ones gating every single push. So the integration tests are marked, and the build server simply filters them out, 130, the fast core, on every commit. The base runs constantly, the middle runs when it matters. And here's my favorite part. A test can move between tiers. Take these API tests. By default, they run in memory, fast, isolated, part of the base. 74, green in seconds. But flip a single environment variable, and the very same 74 tests run against a real database. And now they're integration tests, the middle tier. One suite of tests, 2 tiers of the pyramid, depending only on how you choose to run them. So that's the testing pyramid. A broad base of fast unit tests, a thinner band of integration tests, and a little manual exploration at the very top. Most of your tests live at the bottom, where they're cheap and fast, and the higher you go, the fewer you keep. Get the shape right, and your suite stays quick, stable, and worth trusting. Next time, we start writing tests, the disciplined way. Test-driven development, where you design the failure first and let the test drive the code. Subscribe, and I'll see you there.